Hello everyone, welcome to the Jeffery 6 podcast. Today I'm Ellis Mark, joined by
Speed Supersonic,
The Sonic Show,
Dumbsville,
and Sonic Toast.
and our special guest.
Oh, sorry.
Yes!
the one and only Sonic Toast.
a legend
Hey,
in the Sonic community.
Greetings. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you on.
it's really an honor.
Thank you.
I'm in tears.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
I
you.
think all of us have been watching your stuff for years now. I remember watching
Yeah.
your stop motions like a decade ago, and then refinding your channel with the Super Smash Bros. Stuff. And I've been watching
Right
ever
on.
since.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm very very honored that you enjoy my content then for so long.
It's very awkward. It's hard to start it. We can cut out all the awkward the silence. So Sonic Toast, I want to know more about why you started your channel. I know in some videos you've said you've given the reason of how you got into video production, but for those who are unaware, could you describe what sort of stuff you do and how you got into it?
Yeah, for sure. Excuse me. Cut all this out.
Are you feeling okay, Matt?
Bless you.
Yeah.
Are you
just,
doing okay?
just a little congested. I have to drink some water.
Are you sure? How's your temperature?
Yeah. No. I'm fine. Allergies,
Okay.
summertime allergies for me. It's the worst.
Okay.
So, where to start? Okay, so I guess it all started when I was really young. I was into Star Wars, and they would show these TV specials of the making of the original Star Wars movies, right? Of Empire Strikes Back and everything. And those just blew me away, seeing all the models and seeing all the props and everything. That is when, this was mid 90s, before YouTube was around, of course. That's when I would get out all my Star Wars toys. And I had a friend named Greg, and he had a huge collection of Star Wars toys too. And we're like, well, if I put my 4 stormtroopers with your 4 stormtroopers, then we have 8 stormtroopers, and we'll have 2 TIE fighters and 2 X-wings and everything. We're like, oh, we can make our own Star Wars movie. So me and Greg, we would always get together with our Star Wars collections and make our own silly Star Wars movies with really bad stop motion animation, lots of toilet humor, and all kinds of stuff, right? So that's kind of where it started with me. Just making these videos, showing them to our parents and our siblings, and trying to make them laugh, and mostly making their eyes roll. And we just loved it. We would have a great time doing Star Wars. And then all of a sudden, Toy Biz comes out with their Mario Kart action figures. And this blew me away because I love Mario and Sonic way more than Star Wars, but at the time, they just didn't make toys of Nintendo or Sega or anything. So I got those Mario Kart toys. Resource brought out their first set of Sonic toys, and I'm like, wow, with these, we can start telling our own stories with these characters that we love so much. So, sure enough, got out my parents' old camcorder and started doing really rough, bad stop motion animation with Sonic and Mario, doing tons of goofy stories. And by then my brother was in college, so I'd show them to my brother. He would be cracking up laughing. I'm in middle school all the time. And then he would take tapes, VHS tapes, to his friends, his buddies, his coworkers, and show them to them, and they would start laughing. And that was my first following, I guess, was my brother's coworkers and friends when he was in college and he was working at a comic book shop, where they would invite me over to their house in LA, and I'd bring all my VHS tapes, my movies. We'd have a little movie marathon of my stuff, of my poorly animated Sonic videos, right? And they thought it was so funny. So that was huge for me, to where I just wanted to keep making more. That was just my hobby all through high school. In 10th grade, I had a teacher who told us to write a story about animals. So I wrote a story about a hedgehog, of course, because I love Sonic so much. So it was about a talking hedgehog. He was just called Mr. Hedgehog. And then she says, I want y'all to take your stories and do something with it. Paint a picture or make a movie or something. And I'm like, hey, I'll make a movie with mine. So, of course, I had my Sonic action figure play Mr. Hedgehog, and it was called The Hedgehog Without a Job, which is one of my least popular videos on my channel now. But that kind of is where where it started with me. That was the first video where I learned how to actually edit, because my dad found an editing program on the internet, and I was able to edit my footage for the first time, and that was my first video. I showed it in school. All my peers just seemed to like it a lot, and that was like another new beginning, a huge step for me, making that video. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. It's it's not a very popular one, like I said.
Yeah, I really,
Sorry?
I remember that one. It was really, it was actually one of my favorite videos because I discovered like those very early stop motion videos from you. Like that's what I grew up on. And one of those series, I guess you could call it that. I think it was like the Mario and Sonic stop motions, where like they made like the multiple part one. Was that series like a reactionary, like just response towards the direction that like the Sonic series and like Sega shifting was taking, because there was like that whole like hanging Sonic and like Mario doing so much better than him around that time?
That's exactly what it was. I think I made that one in 2001 when the announcement came out that Sonic was going to be on GameCube and that Sega was no longer making consoles, and I was devastated. I was seriously devastated when I heard that news. So yeah, I made that video as a response. Like, the GameCube wasn't even out yet. Like, in the video they even mentioned like Luigi's Mansion being on its way and stuff like that. And yeah, that was a huge stepping stone for me. And of course that was in 2001. I didn't upload it to YouTube until like I don't know, 6 or 7 or something. But yeah,
so you
I just
like, hold
had
on
a
to
ton
those
of
on
these.
like VHS tapes, or did you like have those on like their own like little website?
No, they weren't never online. I just had them on VHS tapes. By then, I think I was using those mini DV tapes for digital recording, digital camcorders.
Right.
Had a bunch of little digital mini DV tapes of all my videos. And then, yeah, I started college and everything. When YouTube came around, I didn't discover it until it had been around for like a year or two, because I'm just out of the loop like that. Yeah, I started looking at YouTube. I think my brother introduced me to it. I was seeing lots of like anime music videos on there.
Oh
And
my
I'm
goodness.
like, oh, I got some of those. Like, I made old music videos in high school of like Sonic and the Hulk, like whatever cartoons I liked at the time.
Yeah.
And so I started putting those on YouTube, and they would get like, 200 hits, 300 hits. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I got copyright, strikes for like everything, for the music, for the footage, for everything. So that was a little discouraging, but then I decided to just start putting up my stop motion things. And luckily those were not getting copyright strikes. And to my surprise, those were getting a lot more views than those music videos. And that's kind of where it started for me. It's just like, I had a lot of content because I'd been making that stuff all through middle school and high school, and then I just threw it all onto YouTube. And yeah, it started to take off. I think I got like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers in those first couple years, and it was like, that blew me away. Like, I applied to be a film major in college, and that was one of the things that got me into the program. I'm like, yeah, I've got 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and at the time they were like, whoa, 4,000, that's so many. Seems like nothing today.
So you were doing this like purely for passion at the time, like since YouTube wasn't around, you just made these for fun.
Yeah, I made them for fun, made them to show to my friends and my family, just trying to get a laugh out of them. And that's just where it started, and it was on YouTube, and I wasn't doing much. Like, I was just slowly putting on old stuff that I had made. It wasn't until I started like actually paying attention to the comments of people saying, "Oh, make more, make more." And so one summer, I wasn't able to find a job. I wasn't doing school or anything. That's when I decided to finally make something new, and that was called the new Sonic the Hedgehog Show. It is a 4-part series.
Yeah.
And I think that's my most popular one, honestly. So that was like kind of my return to doing stop motion, because it had been years. I was like just busy with college and all kinds of other stuff. I hadn't done anything in a while. And yeah, that worked out pretty well. Of course, after that series, I just spilled my water cup. Anyway, after that series, I I got kind of wrapped up in just life, college, and I got married, started having kids, working full time, and the whole time I did not have my stuff monetized at all. It wasn't until about 2013 that I figured out how to monetize my YouTube channel. I already had millions of views.
You missed out
Yeah.
then. Wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Retro.
When I finally monetized it, I found all my most popular stuff could not be monetized because it had copywritten music in the background.
Oh.
So that's kind of what influenced me to start making new stuff. Of course, living in a tiny apartment with a wife and little babies, I didn't really have space or time to do stop motion. Because any of you guys who have dabbled in it, you know how long it takes, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when I started expanding out to other stuff. One YouTuber I started watching was Andre, Black Nerd Comedy.
Black Nerd Comedy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just fantastic. I love how he would just get so passionate about everything he talked about, and he talked about this nerdy stuff. And that's sort of what influenced me to start doing Yay Super Smash Brothers. Just talk about, something else that I'm interested in that's not stop motion. And that's kind of what expanded me to start just doing other stuff like toy unboxings. I used to talk about games called Daily Toast. I dabbled in like doing movie reviews with the Luigi puppet. Like I'm really into puppetry. I did puppetry.
I
Review
love
Ouija.
college.
Review Ouija's the best.
Yeah. So I just dabbled in
Yes.
things here and there. Tried a lot of stuff on my channel, and that kind of makes my channel seem like kind of just a grab bag of all kinds of messy stuff. It's
No,
kind of just whatever I feel like doing at the
Yeah,
time.
that's what I love
guess.
about it. You'll make whatever.
Yeah. Thank you.
I do want to say real quick, I love the Review Ouija theme song. That is like top 5 theme songs on the internet of all time. Like in my opinion, it's one of the best. It's stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head for the past week, probably even longer. Like deep inside my conscious. But it's not until like this week when we were like preparing for this, when like Review Ouija is like stuck in my head, and I'm just like, man, this is like both amazing and terrible. Because I have this song stuck in my head and I can't get it out.
I
love
that's
it, though.
hilarious.
I adore it.
I have a story I really want to know. It's a long time classic Sonic Toast video
Okay.
where it's Sonic's birthday. I would presume June 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year it was. And you had like a party in your office.
Yep. That did happen.
I want to know the story about this. Like, so what happened?
like-
So did you come in early and just put Sonic stuff like
Yeah,
everywhere?
was the manager fine with that?
Were you the manager? Like, what was going on?
Okay, so yeah, I was working in a small office at the time, and it was funny because all the guys in the office, like it was only guys. There were no women in the whole office, and they were always talking about sports. Football, basketball, soccer, everything, all the time. I've never been much into sports, honestly, and so I was just kind of dubbed as the Sonic guy, right? And they'd always like tease me, playfully tease me. Like, oh yeah, he's a Sonic guy. If Sonic took on the this football team, who would win and stuff like that. And so Sonic's birthday was coming up. I wanted to do something big. I was mentioning to a coworker. I was like, yeah, Sonic's birthday is coming up. He's like, really? Well, hey, we should throw a party for Sonic. And like everyone in the office was like, yeah, let's throw a party for Sonic. It just so happens the manager was not in on that day. He was scheduled to be out of the office.
Oh.
So yeah, I did come in early. I brought in Sonic posters, Sonic toys, everything. Like, I just decorated the office, brought in a Sega Genesis. We set it up in the manager's office because he wasn't there, because he had a TV. And yeah, it just so happened.
You brought like donuts and stuff too. It was so awesome.
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
so
Chili
wholesome.
dogs.
we got chili dogs. That was the year that that Sonic Generations came out. It was the
Yeah, that was
20th
20.
anniversary. That's why it was such a big deal. I put up a poster because Sega actually held a big party for Sonic outside of E3 that year. And I went to that, and afterwards I took one of the big Sonic Generation posters that was left behind. And so I put that up in the office. And it just so happened, this was just completely coincidence, the internet went out that day at work.
Oh.
So none of us could get our work done anyway. So
That's
we went to
cool.
the Genesis. We played the classic. We played Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. And yeah, we ate chili dogs and had a party. And my coworkers just had a great time. When the manager got back the next day, he was pretty ticked off about it. Like
Oh.
he was
But it was
he was
Sonic's
ticked off.
birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was ticked off, and he was afraid that his superiors would see the video and he would get in trouble. But yeah, I almost got fired over it. Honestly,
Oh.
almost.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Very close.
So worth it though. Worth
Totally
it over
worth it.
Sonic.
Honestly, when I see criticism of my channel, everyone says like that's one of the cringiest videos. They say is that one, the Sonic's birthday video.
But it's also the most like earnest one, I think.
That's what I love
think
about
that,
it.
like,
It's so like wholesome.
Yeah.
I
there's
love
like
it.
I'm someone who like covers like Sonic cringe on the internet. Like I cover like way worse. Like honestly, dude. Like throwing up an office party for Sonic is like pretty wholesome. It's a little bit like some people consider it to be like a little bit cheesy, a little bit cringy, but as someone who covers like Sonic cringe, that's just kind of like just fun and wholesome, you know?
Well, like,
Kind of like
speaking personally, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but I'm like a huge Sonic fan, but I don't show that publicly. Like, I'm not that open about it. Like, I never tell someone, oh yeah, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, because most people would think that's weird, but I love how, like, just you're completely open and honest about it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Well, one thing is like, you know those Sonic hats, the really fluffy ones that go over your ears?
Yeah.
Ones, you
Oh,
know,
the
so
Sonic, they like had that with like Sonic colors and stuff. Like, as
yeah, they came with Sonic colors. Sega always gives them away at the events. Yeah, so I used to wear that every morning on my commute to work to keep me warm because it was so cold. So yeah, that kind of helped the world know just where I stand in my loyalties.
That's great.
I adore it though. I really mess with it. I really love it. I love the dedication. I love just all the merch and everything. And once again, that office party is the greatest thing I've ever seen, both ironically and unironically. I also love the old dance video. Like, what was it?
My goodness.
Rock
Lobster?
Lobster?
Yeah, the Rock Lobster.
Yes, the Rock
Lobster.
Lobster music video. It's just a classic.
Oh,
just
dude.
the editing. It's a masterpiece.
That one's silly, yeah. Yeah, is
Yeah,
that
the-
one even still? I think that one got taken down. I'm not sure.
No, it's still up. I
Oh, no,
watched it
it's
one
still
day
up.
the other day.
Okay.
So were
Cool,
you
cool.
under the Sonic costume or were you Shadow?
Yeah, I was dressed as Sonic, and my friend Brandon, he was dressed as Shadow. Those were old Halloween costumes we had made years before, and that was the summer that I was making the new Sonic the Hedgehog show. I had originally imagined it as a variety show of just, you know, different random Sonic things instead of a narrative of just stop motion.
Like an SNL, like different like sketches and segments.
Yeah, except it wouldn't be like one long thing. It would just be like, in this episode, it's a dance party. In this episode, it'll be Sonic this. In that episode, Sonic that. That's kind of like the second one I uploaded was an educational message about the McDonald's toys where Sonic is on fire and Knuckles is in a cloud.
Right.
Uh, Yeah, like I just wanted the show to be random stuff like that. And so that's why we made that weird dance video, because we were being weird. We also did another one where Shadow, you may have seen it, a hedgehog moment with Shadow, where Shadow's just
The
kind of
avocado
defending
one?
his video
The
game.
avocado.
The avocado,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
really good one.
Like that one, we were just making it up as we go along, just trying to do something funny. That was supposed to be another episode of the new Sonic the Hedgehog show, but when I uploaded that first video, just from the comments, it sounded like that's just what people wanted was more stop motion. So that was the focus of that show. And those other videos we filmed just ended up being their own random standalone videos.
Right. Like those were some of like the first like real Sonic videos on like the internet and like YouTube and stuff. So being, especially like being a Sonic tuber, which has like been a popular coined term. So like what's it like being almost like the very first like Sonic YouTuber of all time, even though like you do like dabble in Mario and Smash Bros and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that?
Yeah, I never really considered myself the first. You know, I never really realized that that I was considered, you know, to be the first Sonic YouTuber. So yeah, this is news to me, honestly. So thank you for bringing that up to me, Ricardo. I can tell you one thing. I think that the first time something like that really came to me was my brother. He was in LA and he meets this girl who's a Sonic fan, and she mentions how she does Sonic YouTube stuff, and he goes, "Oh yeah, my brother does Sonic YouTube stuff." She says, "Oh, what does he do?" And he says, "Oh, well, my brother, he does, stop motion, and he does this and that with Sonic." And the girl goes, "Your brother, he's just a big copycat of Sonic Toast."
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool.
What was her reaction when he said, "You were brother"?
He said, "Oh, that's my brother." And she was like, "Whoa, sir, your brother's Sonic Toast?" I think another moment like that I had was when I went to college. I met a guy, and he had the resource Sonic figures on his TV in his apartment. I'm like, "Oh, you like Sonic?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I love Sonic. It's great." I'm like, "Cool, you should check out my YouTube channel. I have some Sonic stop motion videos." He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I've seen some, but it just seemed like Mario and Sonic pooping on each other." And I'm like, "Yep, that's mine." He's like, "What? That's yours?" It's fun to be recognized. I'm sure you guys have experienced some of that yourselves, right?
I've only been recognized once in public. I was at a university opened where like my school would just take us all to like a university or college to show if we'd like to go there. And we were walking in a line, and this one kid stopped me and was like, "Are you Ellis Mark?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Nice." And then he walked on. And that was all.
Wow.
I've actually never experienced that before. I want to, but I've never experienced it before. I know people that are like friends that know about my channel and have said jokes to me about it. I've had people find out in public like that I have a channel, like I've told people, but I've never had like a fan interaction. Like a fan came up to me and was like, "Oh, you're Dumbsville," which is kind of like I want that, but I've never had that before.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked at how many
Mr.
times
Toad.
I've been like recognized in public. Like at my school, like one of my fans was there and he saw me in the hallway, and he like there's just like this loud scream from like down the hallway, and like the whole school just went silent, and then just like you can like just slightly hear "Speed Supersonic," and it was the most awkward situation of my life.
Yep. Yeah, like one time
Is that the Speed Supersonic?
when I went to see Detective Pikachu, I'm just there with my kids watching the movie, and we walk out of the theater when it's done, and some guy stops me. He's like, "Hey, you're Sonic Toast. Can I get a picture with you?" Like, I guess so. And he's like he gives me his phone, and he's like, "You take the selfie because your arms are longer." So I'm trying to take a selfie, not knowing how to use his phone. I drop his phone on the ground. It was super awkward.
Oh.
And my kids are super embarrassed, like, "Oh, Dad, let's get out of here."
Do your kids ever like do they sort of marvel at the fact that their dad is like this famous YouTuber, or do they not really know much about it?
Yeah, no, they all know about it. I have one son who's really big into watching YouTube, and so he thinks it's just amazing. He brags to his friends at school. But yeah, that's my other kids. They often find it embarrassing. Like one time we were at a Comic-Con, like what's called FanX here in Utah, a convention. And my son, his favorite character is Darth Maul. And we see a cosplayer with a fantastic Darth Maul costume. So I go up to him, I'm like, "Hey, Darth Maul, you look fantastic. Can I get a picture of you with my son?" And he's like, "Sure." So I take the picture. And then Darth Maul says, "Aren't you Sonic Toast?" And I'm like, yeah, you've heard of me?" He's like, "Yeah, can I get a picture with you?" I'm like, "Okay." So took Darth Maul's phone and took a picture with him.
Yeah, so I've noticed
Crazy.
like
That's
like as a long-time viewer of your channel, I've noticed like you include your kids a lot in your content. I remember like a Sonic Boom like Burnbot review, you had like them front and center. Like what was like the decision to have your kids so involved in like your content?
That's all them. They want to be in my videos. I try to discourage it, honestly, because I hate when there's negative comments on videos with my kids,
Aw.
I can imagine.
and that's I always delete those comments like immediately. It hurts like crazy when when the people, when you have your kids in the video and the people say something negative. And so I'm always trying to, I usually do my videos at night when my kids are sleeping, but oftentimes they just want to be in it. They really want to be in the videos. Like sometimes I'll be doing like an unboxing and one of my kids will like sneak into the room when I don't see him and he's like behind me waving at the camera and stuff.
That's so awesome.
That's great.
So yeah, they don't see the I guess they don't see the dark side of being a YouTuber and all the negativity that can come with it.
Didn't your son start up a YouTube channel? I remember I saw him uploading like Star Wars video or something.
Yeah. My son did start a YouTube channel. When I got a new phone, I gave him my old phone, and he started making videos. He's always recording the TV of himself playing Star Wars video games. He lost the phone though, so he hasn't posted anything lately. Yeah, leave it to a 9-year-old. Not be very responsible.
That's great.
But yeah, like father, like offspring. They just want to be making videos, doing their own content.
So Toasty,
Yes.
what are your interests outside of Sonic? Like personally, like what do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah, like what do you do?
Wow. What do I do? Because I do the things that you have to do, like I work a full-time job, pay my mortgage, shopping, laundry, dishes, and then any spare moment I have, aside from making YouTube videos, I'm always shopping for toys. That's like the thing that I love to do is find toys. Like I barely have time to play video games. I love movies. I love watching movies. I was recently just got remarried. Got divorced in 2017. Remarried just a couple months ago. We watch movies together a lot.
Congratulations.
And, yeah, and I'm
Congratulations, man. Can we get a round of applause for Sonic Toast?
Yeah. Thank you.
I remember in 2017, I was watching some of your videos, and I got really worried because I could tell something was off. And whenever you announced in like a live stream that you were divorced, I got really upset. I felt really bad. But I'm so happy that you were able to like turn around and then get remarried. Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. I was definitely in a dark place at the time, and I honestly like that was the hardest time I ever went through, is going through those troubles, those family troubles, and going through a divorce. It was really tough. And yeah, you can probably see in the videos, I'm just really down. I'm always fighting back the tears. It's just it was just not fun. It was not fun at all. And I think I was just doing videos and just trying to just escape my personal life, just trying to focus on amiibos or on World Nintendo or whatever I was doing at the time. Just try to escape all the crap I was dealing with.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, things are better now.
That's good at least.
So what helped you?
I think it's important to to be able to turn around, because as someone who's also been through the same thing, I think it's important to to fight back at all and be able to turn around, because in the end, if you don't, you're gonna be stuck. And I think it's a good thing that you were able to use your strengths, and you're in a way better position now.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Keep you in our prayers.
So what helped you get through that dark time? Because you seem like you're in a better place now, right? So what would you say really helped that? Got you through there?
Oh boy.
Because we looked at the data, we took a poll survey, and a lot of our audience is going through a divorce right now. So any tip would be useful.
Wow. Well, for me, personally, a big part of it was just my kids. My ex-wife, she was having some mental problems, and in the state we live in, when you divorce, there's a lot of bias towards the mother in winning custody. And so I had to fight really hard to get custody of my kids, because at the time I didn't trust them being alone with her. I didn't know what she would do, so that's something that really just kept me going, was just fighting for them. just trying to make sure they were safe and taken care of, and I was able to watch over them and everything. That was, I'd say, 99% of what got me through it, is just my kids, just making sure they would be okay with it.
I'm really glad you got through that then.
Yeah, that's not that's I'm trying to think of what advice I can give to other people who are going through it. I guess best I can say is just hang in there, make good choices, don't make any rash decisions, because it's tough. Because one, like, it's hard when you're going through a divorce, because first of all, you'll be rebounding. You might want to just throw yourself at the first person you meet and want to marry them or something like that, which is not good. And two, it's very easy to try to develop like self-destructive behaviors, turning towards all kinds of things that can be harmful. You know what I'm talking about. So it's just important to make good decisions, to do stuff that are taking care of yourself, your own well-being. Do what you would do if you had children relying on you, right?
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Took a dark turn.
Yeah. Let's talk about something happy.
Let's talk about
I don't
Right.
think it's dark.
No, I think it
talk
is.
about
It's
something really
interesting to
happy.
talk about, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting.
But I do want to make it
They need
happy,
it.
like, and exciting for you, and like something I feel like you inspired me a lot with was collecting. Like I watched like your very first collection video, like where you take all like your wrapped figures out of like your Sonic Heroes box, and like that's like really what inspired me to like start collecting. Like, what really kickstarted your want to just collect Sonic merchandise and like other video game merchandise in general?
Oh boy. So, like I said, like in the 90s, you can never find anything of Sonic or Mario, really. Like, I had the Mario movie action figures, and I cherished those. The Sonic McDonald's toys, and I cherished those because those were the only things we had. When they started making, like I mentioned, the Mario Kart Toy Biz figures and the Resource Sonic figures, like, those blew my mind, and each one I got just made me really happy, to where I just wanted to get them all. I wanted to support the companies and hoping that they just make more and more. And I got to that point when I went to college. I had to pack up all my stuff. I wrapped them all in those Kleenexes so they wouldn't rub up against each other. Packed them all up in boxes. After I was married, I got that stuff back from my parents, and did those unboxing videos, those collection videos where I'm literally taking them out of the boxes that they've been in for years. And that's just it's just fun. Collecting, I find, just a lot of fun. Well, you would know, Ricardo, because you got quite an impressive collection there in your office where you do your videos. How with each one, like, it's so much excitement. You got this new figure and you just put it there in the collection. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I can't explain. It's just a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just this feeling of I feel like, because Sonic is like very much so is my childhood, as it is like everybody else here's, and it's like this feeling of like that like childlike glee when you like got that like first toy or plush or piece of merchandise in general, and you just it's just like that passion. And I think there was like a quote, I forgot exactly which. I think it was a Steven Nux like podcast or slash like video that you did, where you said if you love something, just like go out and do it. I feel like that's like what I would like attribute it towards. Just, you really love something and you want to like express that and show it. So why not like collect all the merchandise?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Gotta go for it,
Yeah.
Gotta cop that.
That reminds me, you had a quote. I don't remember it fully. I don't know if any of you guys remember it, but it was about Sonic toys and collecting it and it being happy. Do you know what it is, Mark?
You only live once, and if Sonic's what you like, then you might as well go all out on it. I've remembered that
There
quote
it
the
is.
past 5 years, ever since he uploaded that, because it stuck with me.
Yeah, that's the quote
Really?
I was referencing. That was a great one. I'm gonna write that on my wall.
Huh. Interesting. I don't even remember saying that. I said that in a video, or was that like in a comment?
It was in the Steven Nux collab, you said it. And,
Okay.
Is it in a comment? I think it might have been a comment.
no, it was, he said
No,
it
it
in
was
the
in the video.
podcast.
In
Yeah.
the Steven Nux
Oh, really?
video.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
really stuck with me, and I've remembered it ever since. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do like Sonic. I will like
Yeah.
collect for, and now I am
Yeah.
a massive collector, and we waste all my money on Sonic toys.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that reminds me. Have you ever had any doubts about collecting? You know, has there ever been like you've been like maybe it's too much, or have you always just been like no, go for it?
Doubts. I did have a thought once that if my house were to catch on fire and I'd lose everything, that I would quit collecting. But besides that, no, never had
That's
doubts.
awesome.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I never really became like a hardcore collector until I started getting YouTube revenue. Like that has funded completely my collecting ever since those checks started coming in.
I remember whenever I had like I did YouTube monetization on top of like a part-time job. I was like, okay, paying for everything with the part-time stuff, my YouTube revenue all towards Sonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, YouTube revenue's a nice thing, you know. Well, when it's good, you know, some months it's good, other months not so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like having that like backlog, like you've got what, like over a decade's worth of videos out there. To just like constantly like, because people still go back to the stop motions. I get them recommended to me like at least once a week.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know that. I've been meaning to make new thumbnails for those because they're still just old screenshots, you know, back from the old YouTube.
Yeah, before you
just
can do
grab the middle of the
thumbnails, yeah.
video. Yeah, and yeah, I should really make some new thumbnails. I've been meaning to do that for like 5 years now.
That reminds you. Speaking of that, have you ever thought about going back and making more stop motions? I know you probably get this a lot. I watched your Q&A and that was like half the comments.
I'd say every single day I get those comments saying make more stop motion, and I really do want to. It's just the time and the space. Yeah, I guess I could make space, but I've been considering taking down my amiibo collection, boxing those up, and using that area as a stop motion space. That's what I've been thinking about doing. I was working on one. It was the Detective Mario, the Sherlock Mario.
I liked those. Yeah,
I
video.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I made the first one, and then I was working on a sequel immediately after, and my computer died, and so all my editing files were gone, and that discouraged me so much. Like I keep on thinking like I got to go back and make that sequel. But it's just discouraging to start all over from the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no. One day, maybe when my kids are out of the house, I'll have more time. Hopefully, it won't be that far away. Sometime I'm gonna just make the time and get back into stop motion. I've got stories for days I've been wanting to tell through action figures, and I definitely will one day get back into it.
It's great.
Yeah, because one of
That's what the
the
people wanna
things like with your stop motions is like you said, like with space, you had like these very like elaborate sets sometimes, like when you weren't like using green screen or something like that.
You would use the Simpsons playhouse, I remember,
Yeah.
or like the high. Yeah.
I did do
Yeah.
the Sim. Yeah, I used a lot of Simpson stuff. Yeah.
And just like a lot of other like random knickknacks, and I feel like a lot of that like rubbed off on a lot of other Sonic like stop motion creators that eventually came along, like Pippofan77 and Lifeline the Hedgehog, like other stop motion YouTubers like that. Did you ever like watch those videos, and were you ever like involved with that content?
Well, I can't take any credit for their work at all. They're amazing. I have watched some of their stuff. I've met them in real life. They're great guys, you know. Yeah, so that's actually really cool that you would say that I helped influence, because I feel like their work is really good. I really do enjoy their stuff. I can't say I've watched all of them, but the ones that I have seen, I think they've been really impressive with their animation and everything.
Toast, I have some really bad news for you.
Oh, what's that?
GM is discontinuing the Chevrolet Sonic amid the sales just going down. Is it true you bought a Chevrolet Sonic just because it had Sonic in the name?
That is true. I did buy a Chevy Sonic because of the name.
I
That is
love
great.
that.
You showed the car in your video. I loved the like ring as the steering wheel.
Steering
that
wheel,
looked
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That
that's a
is
fun little
pretty
touch.
epic.
Thank
I,
you.
I just like how
Yep.
proud you are of being a Sonic fan. It's really amazing.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's just so like inspiring.
Thank you. That means a lot to hear that because you know, in the real life sense, it can be really discouraging, especially when you know, like when the Sonic movie, when the original trailer came out with the ugly Sonic, like as a Sonic fan, people tend to like attack you when Sonic doesn't do well. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, your movie looks bad or whatever.
Right.
And oh boy, I got a lot of I got crap from my dad when he found out that I bought a car just for the name. He thought that was the most idiotic move ever.
But
So,
Did he say like, why did you buy this car? And you're like, it's called Sonic.
how could I not?
right? Yeah,
But now the Sonic movie's out and it did really well.
yeah. Everyone loved the Sonic movie,
Yeah.
and honestly, I get that a lot. It seems like every time a coworker or an old acquaintance or anyone watches that movie, they message me and say, "Hey, guess what? I just watched the Sonic movie. That's great. Congratulations. You know, what did you think? Oh, I loved it. It was so much fun. Good. I'm happy for you." You know.
Nice. Good job.
I was actually going to get ice cream right before we started this, and as I was walking down the street, I find a poster for one of those like weird, like disco like party things where it's just a bunch of weird mascots dressed up in costumes, and they had like a bunch of stock photos of the Sonic movie on it for something that's clearly not officially licensed by Sega. I took a photo of it. I should send it to you later.
Nice.
But yeah, everyone's loving Sonic again, and I hope Sega. Or I guess I could ask you that: are you disappointed at Sega's like at how little they've really capitalized off the movie's success with not having a game ready to ship out with the movie doing well?
Oh yeah, big time. I'm more disappointed with the merchandise that we don't have
Oh yes,
There you go.
action figures or
Yes,
anything from the movie. I'm hoping with Jack Specific now, you know, with the Sonic license, they're doing these articulated figures. I hope they make movie Sonic. I hope they make movie Robotnik. Heck, if they make Tom the Cop, I would buy that too.
Yeah.
I'm
I think they
hoping
had all
capitalize on it.
Jack Specific had that listed on their website and stuff, like a Jim Carrey Robotnik
Yeah.
figurines. But I guess
Like-
whenever the design had so much backlash, they just had to scrap it all and make what they could, which was like 2 plushes.
That's a
Yeah.
shame.
It is
They
unfortunate.
were like, maybe we shouldn't make a cop. You know, maybe let's not do that.
But it's
Yeah.
also just like Sonic merchandise as a whole. It's like I'm sure you feel the same way I do. I'd much rather go into a store and find it than going on like an online retailer to pick up like merchandise. I'd much rather go out to a store and find like a Sonic toy on a shelf. And compared to like early 2010s, like when you can go into like a Toys R Us and there was like that giant, like almost an entire aisle of like Sonic Generations merchandise. It's just
the
very
Jazzwares.
lacking.
Yeah, it really does feel lacking in comparison. I long for those days when you could find, you know, Sonic earbuds and Sonic, you know, like everything just right there.
Yeah,
Toys
I
R
was
Us.
watching your new. Oh, it's not new anymore, but the one where you're going and looking for the articulated stuff. Like, it shouldn't take you having to go to 10 different Targets to find
One
Sonic
shadow?
figure you
Find
want.
one
Yeah.
shadow figure, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's
all
fun
they're doing
fact.
now are
I
just
did the same
re-releasing the same
thing-
stuff.
Yeah, I did the same thing that you did. I went to 10 different Targets around my state in one day, and
Mhm.
get this, I didn't find one single item. Not a single Sonic item was in that store except for like the movie Blu-rays.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I watched one of your videos where I think you went to Target, like you would buy anything Sonic you would find, and all you found
Mhm.
was like a Sonic Boom DVD or something like that.
Yeah, it's my show called Merch Hunt. Me and my
Yeah.
like friends go out to like a bunch of different stores, and we want to buy. We really do want to waste our money on Sonic toys, but it's just like it's so hard to find, and that's just like
Yeah.
I
it's like
made
when the
that serious
90s
out of
began.
frustration. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a bad.
And hopefully with
time
this
for
new
merchandise.
movie, things will start getting better. Because I want to get to a point where, like with the end of Jazzwares run, we were seeing like all the, not so obscure characters, but like the secondary characters. I loved how, like, Jazzwares are doing variant stuff like the Black Knight thing. Weren't they going to do like a
Yeah.
Black Knight Knuckles and stuff before?
Yeah, they were gonna have Knuckles and what was it, Tails as well, and they were gonna have 5-inch versions of like Shadow and Silver.
Blacksmith's Teals
Yeah.
would have been great.
They announced Rouge the Bat, and that never came out. They announced a
Oh.
classic Knuckles figure, and that didn't come out. It's just
I
too
really
bad.
hope they do an Omega figure someday. He's a really cool character that would work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Jack specific. Gotta do it.
Yeah, a lot of toy lines
Okay.
recently, they've just like towards the end of their run, they weren't able to like realize their full potential. I'm not sure if you remember, but like the last year of Tomy, before they stopped making merchandise, there was like a lot of cool like obscure characters that they were making.
Yeah, they announced like Supersonic, like a Shadow Pack, classic
Amy,
and modern.
Seas.
Yeah, and it all got cancelled. They were even gonna do like
Yeah.
soccer
The Silver
Sonic
figure.
Boom characters and like Lord Eggman and a bunch of like
Yeah.
episode references, and it was all scrapped because a Sonic Boom failed, and that really ruined the Sonic franchise currently.
Right.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
too bad. It's too bad. It all looked really cool.
Yeah.
So Toast, I have a question, but it's a bit of a deep dive.
Okay.
All right, so this is a bit of a stretch, but since you're in Utah, is it possible that you're a member of the LDS Church? And if so, are you going to be getting the G Fuel Sonic or not?
Sorry,
'Cause it's like super caffeinated.
the G Fuel Sonic.
Oh, did you not
Yeah,
hear
you
about
didn't
this?
that?
No.
You didn't hear about this? This is what they announced for Sonic's birthday. They're like, well, it's Sonic's birthday. We don't really have much, but G Fuel Sonic.
G Fuel Sonic.
It's like a Sonic
Yeah.
energy drink.
Oh, look at that. Huh. Okay.
I'm getting it. I'm
wow.
getting it.
Let me see.
Are
It
you gonna
launches
get
in
it?
One sec.
August. I'm gonna.
So, you guys can't see this right now, but when you edit this together, you'll see what I'm holding. I have the old Sonic Speed energy drink in my hand here,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those.
and
Those are still
I've-
being distributed, yeah.
yeah, like I've never drinking this. I just bought it to sit on the shelf. But yeah,
you
these
just
ones,
collect
these
and
G
don't
Fuel
drink
ones
them?
look cool. I'll probably do the same thing with those. I'm not into energy drinks really. I've drinking
Yeah.
one once and then it hurt to pee the next morning, so
Oh.
and never did it
That's
again. As far as your first question, I am LDS. I do like to I don't like to talk about religion honestly on my channel. I like to keep that separate. Yeah, I usually work in Salt Lake. I've been working from home for the last 5 months because of the pandemic, and it has been nice. I've saved a fortune in gas.
I've been loving it. I got out of school 2 months early, so I'm just completely finished with school now. It was amazing. I
Really?
can sit and yeah. I think everyone was studying really hard for the like final exams coming up. 'Cause that was my last year of school, but they were like, "No, go home. We'll just like guess what you were gonna get," and that's what we're getting.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah. So this pandemic was a massive W for me at least.
Yeah, I was just extremely grateful because I got married at the end of February, and then we had our honeymoon at Disneyland, and then the week we got back is
yeah.
when all the pandemic things just got like huge, and everything started closing down. We're like, wow, we got married just in time. We had our
Extremely
wedding.
lucky. Yeah.
All our
Yeah.
family was able to fly in out of town and everything, and so we were just so lucky. I was so grateful that it worked out. So that's that.
Yeah, that's great.
Epic.
Oh, cranberry sauce.
Cranberries.
Oh yeah, I want to
yeah,
ask. I got a question. This might be random. Do you make like a conscious effort not to like swear in videos, or do you just like do you substitute them all just because you think it's funny?
I've been doing that since elementary school, actually. Just substitute swear words with other funny things to say.
It's really funny.
Because I learned in first grade that if you say swear words, you get in trouble. So I think it was because I was singing the DuckTales theme song. I just started replacing the word duck with other letters, sucktails, mucktails,
Oh.
lucktails. Ended up saying the wrong word and got in big trouble.
Oh.
And so I've always just
Uh-oh.
kind of, replaced the swear words. And, I figure, kids watch my channel. My kids watch my channel. I just don't. I just want to
That's
keep
true.
everything family friendly.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want it any other way.
Okay.
I love it.
Awesome.
So, you seem to have, because Mark, you seem to watch some content. What do you actively watch? Like, if it pops up on your recommended, you're like, oh, I'm gonna click on that? Like, what's like your type of content?
Oh boy, let's see. What is my type of content? I guess I'm mainly watching news stuff, video game news, movie news, comic book news, those kinds of channels.
Yeah.
And then I watch a lot of like action figure review ones, like Pixel Dan. I love Disney theme parks. I love watching those Disney like history videos where they do the history of rides and the history
like
of
Defunct
mascot
Land?
costumes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like Mario and Sonic are like my favorite things, but I don't watch a lot of YouTube about them, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm really into movies, so I love watching movie reviews, especially when people go back and watch old movies and review them, like Mark, like what you do. Ricardo, I watch your stuff sometimes when you have like news of, oh, there's this Sonic announcement. You know, I do enjoy your stuff.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, so that's not a very direct answer, but that's, you know, just watch anything that sounds interesting, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you doing a Sonic impression, Dumbsville?
Yes.
Sounded pretty good.
I've been working on it for years.
He was preparing it for this very moment.
Yes, for
moment.
this very moment in front of Sonic Toast. Prepare my Sonic
So-
performance.
Awesome.
Do all of your kids and your wife share your passion for Sonic, or at least to it a little bit? Like, do they like it? Because I see like whenever they're in your content, they're always wearing like Sonic merchant stuff.
Oh yeah. Because I buy them that stuff, and they'll go put it on specifically to be in the video.
That's so wholesome.
I got one son who he likes Sonic. Like when Sonic Forces came out, I know a lot of people didn't like that game. He just loved it. He was playing Sonic Forces like crazy. He's always stealing my Metal Sonic stuffed animal and taking it to his bed because he just really likes that one. He really likes the Metal Sonic one. He doesn't touch my other ones. But yeah, none of my kids are hardcore Sonic, but they all love Sonic. They all accept Sonic. You know, they watch Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on Netflix and they think it's hilarious.
They learn to accept him.
Yeah.
Do you ever try
I
to,
did show them Saturday Morning Sonic. We watched the whole series
Sad
together,
AM.
and my kids
I love
just
Sad AM.
they loved it. They loved it like crazy.
I love
Do you ever
Sad
try to
AM
like
so
curate
much.
like what types of Sonic content you show your kids? Like, oh, I don't want you playing like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric or this game that I think is bad or this show I think is bad. Do you like try to? Oh no, I'm talking about like Rise of Lyric, the game.
I like
Yeah,
Rise of
Rise of
Lyric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
no.
Never
Mark has
played it,
terrible
have you?
taste.
Mark, have
I
you
don't-
ever played it?
Yeah, okay, this is why I like Rise of Lyric. Whenever my little cousin would come over to my house, he was like 2 or 3 years old. He would see me playing Sonic Boom, and so I was like, okay, I guess this is like an easy enough game. So I gave him the Wii remote, and we would just play co-op, and we played through the main campaign like 8 times because it's so like easy for like a kid to play, and I learned to
Really?
like it. I like Sonic Boom because I don't know, it's very easy to get into. I don't know.
See, I had the opposite experience because I loved that Rise of Lyric was co-op, so I'd give it to one of my kids. We could play together. But then the glitchiness, like in the main hub world, you're walking, then you would just randomly teleport somewhere else
Oh yeah.
whenever playing co-op. So I was like, oh man, it was just so frustrating. I'd have to like stop playing and play it when my kids were in bed because I couldn't stand the random teleporting.
Yeah. Did you play it co-op, Mark?
Yeah, I played through it co-op with my cousin. I guess because he was so young, and I was like, what year was that? Was 2014. So I was
2014.
12. Okay, I haven't played it since I was 12. So I was very forgiving of the games I played back then. Maybe if I went back to it now, I wouldn't like it as much. But what did you think about the Boom rebranding as a whole? Were you for it initially or against it, Matt?
I was okay with it because it put Sonic out there. Like one of the things they said when they announced it was, they said video games, TV show, and merchandising, and that just had me excited just to see Sonic. To see this big push of Sonic merch and a new cartoon. I was way excited for it. I was pretty disappointed with the games. I do enjoy the cartoon show. I still go back and watch it all the time on Hulu.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, the toys, the Tomy toys, they're not my favorite, but at the time they were better than no Sonic toys.
True.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how it sort of we got like no Sonic content that wasn't Boom until like 2017, because then all we really had was runners until Sonic Mania. After that we had like Fire and Ice and 2 more seasons of the show, which I think the show was amazing, but yeah, I wish Sega had a better job at like being able to consistently like share the spotlight between all their Sonics, not just focus on one for a bit.
Yeah, just be able to manage their franchise, because
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much potential with Sonic that's just not being not being grasped like it should.
Yeah, the movie proved that, like, I remember whenever the movie was announced, and a lot of people who weren't that big a fan or like gamers were like, what? Why would they make a movie out of Sonic? Who would care about that? But the results have shown that like, Sonic is still a giant IP and people really like it still.
You're right.
It can do well.
Have you ever like wanted to voice your frustrations like more publicly? Like, hey, like here's what I would do for Sonic. Like maybe this is how you guys can handle it.
That's actually a really good idea. I've never really thought about that. I feel like a sponge sometime, like whatever Sega puts out there, I just absorb kind of thing.
Right.
And
yeah.
I know that's not good for the franchise, because, you know, if they don't put out good stuff and we still buy it, they'll just keep putting out more and more crap. But yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea, saying that this is what I would do. Of course, if I were in charge, I'd be bringing back Sally and Antoine and Scratch and Grounder and all those old characters.
Yeah!
I'd be putting them in the games,
love
action figures,
Scratchy.
plushies, everything.
I love Sad AM, dude. I love Sad AM so much. That's the best Sonic, dude.
For sure.
Peak
More like
Sonic.
Bad
Peak
AM.
Sonic. Shut up.
I liked them
You're
better
wrong.
in
Objectively.
I like them better in the Archie comics. I wish
Yeah, I agree.
I wish
I
they'd bring
agree.
that.
Debatable.
I
Very
like-
debatable in my opinion.
I like how the Archie comics started like blending Sad AM and Adventures. Like we started getting like Breezy and all those guys. I don't remember what the professor was called, but they started bringing them
Yeah,
into the.
Professor Von Schlimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Archie comics were getting so good up until the reboot.
They were so
I agree.
good. I
reboot
still
kind
like
of
them
like-
better than the IDW. IDW comics are great though. I don't know if any of you guys are reading them.
Yeah, they're good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm one of those like few. I don't know if I'm like in a minority here, but I'm not a
You're a
fan myself.
fanboy though for Sally. That's why you don't like.
He loves Sad AM.
No.
Ridiculous.
No. All right. The issue is like with IDW. I think like Sad AM and the Archie comics pre-reboot, they had like a lot of like stuff going on, and they were just like much more massive in scope. IDW just doesn't feel the same. Like first like arc, it's just Sonic adventure. The second arc, it's just zombies, and it's just going on for way too long.
That's true. I like how the Archie comics had this whole set out world. I like that there were like freedom fighters in each like, region, different groups. I guess the story potential, there was so much more they could do in the Archie universe, and the IDW universe is just like the same one as Sonic Forces.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
I feel with that is like there's a lot that you can do with that, but at the same time it took Archie a bit to get to like that point before it got like a little more dark and serious. So I feel like it will take IDW a bit of time as well. I feel like it will get there eventually, definitely.
I definitely prefer Mobius in the Archie universe over the IDW one. I just feel like I really enjoy the Metal Virus storyline they're doing right now. And I just think, what if they did this in the Archie universe? Because there's so many characters there that we care about, that we've known for so many years.
Yeah.
And like to see
It'd be
how
more intense.
everyone's reacting to it around this world they created, the Mobius, it would have been amazing. So
I'm getting sad now thinking about what could have been.
what could have been?
Ken Penders, it's all his fault.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So
Do you still do you collect the Sonic comics still, like every like the different variants? Because I remember like you had a video of like giant like folders and binders like full of Sonic comics.
Yeah, I still collect them all. I get all the variants I can. That's one thing I don't like about IDW.
so
They
many.
release so many variants,
Yeah.
and some are so hard to come by. I like issue 1. I think there's something like 13 different covers,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's like no way to get them all unless you're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for a single comic book. So yeah, I tried to collect the variants, but I don't have them all.
I was wondering what you thought about, just to go back to the whole like Mobius or like IDW World sort of thing. What do you, because Takashi Iizuka started saying recently that there's 2 separate worlds that the Sonic games can take place in. Like some games take place in a human world and some take place in an animal world, and Sonic will like go between dimensions between each games depending on what they want to do. What do you like? Do you like Sonic being in an all like animal world, or do you like it whenever they sort of incorporate humans and stuff? Because when they get rid of that, they remove stuff like Sonic Adventure 2 from Maria and like Shadow's old backstory. What do you prefer, humans or none?
Well, humans have always been there. Dr. Robotnik is a human.
Yeah.
And so I really I like the I definitely like the Mobius kind of thing where the people are animals. But I love how in the Archie comics they say, oh, there's also societies of humans. You know, they call them what do they call them, overlanders or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
And they're like, yeah, so they're there and they're equal in intelligence with the animals. I like that, and I feel like that's fine in the games. You know, if I feel like the games could all be incorporated in that Mobius world, like they tried to do in the comic books, how they incorporate this game here and incorporate that game there, because they establish a world where humans and animals share the planet, and they're equal in intelligence. They're all the dominant species. It does get weird when you consider like flickies and other animals that are also there that are not intelligent, well, not like human intelligence, but oh well, who cares, right?
Yeah. I don't get what the reason for doing that was, for like getting rid of that, because I didn't see too many people complaining, but I guess Sega were just listening to the game reviewers who were like, no, humans bad.
Yeah.
Humans bad.
That's what I don't like.
Like Elise, the princess and everything, kind of put a bad taste in people's mouth.
Yeah.
You don't like her?
The entire
Would you
Sonic...
kiss Elise?
What?
Would you kiss Elise?
Would I kiss Elise?
Well, like if she was trying to kiss you and you weren't married, you were a single man, and you were just, you just rescued her. You're Sonic.
I'm Sonic, so I'm a hedgehog.
Yeah. You're Sonic the Hedgehog. So instead of Sonic Toast, you're just Sonic.
I'm Sonic.
And yeah. And Elise tries to kiss you. Like, how are you feeling about this? Like, out of 10?
Yeah, no, I'm totally down like a clown, Charlie Brown. Like, I even support the whole Apritello, like Donatello, April O'Neil relationship. I'm in favor of that. Sure.
Yeah. I don't get why people complain about that. Like, Roger Rabbit exists. That's the same thing, but nobody cares.
Right, exactly. I've like said this in like my Sonic 06 stream with Mark and everything. But people say that like, Sonalise, oh, it's bestiality. I really don't think it is, because Sonic has free will. Sonic is kind of human.
We don't need to get into the specifics.
Yes, let's.
I'll shut up now. I'll shut up now.
Oh goodness. Yep.
I'll shut up now.
Good.
Oh boy. Yep.
Sonic, Toast, who's like the most attractive female Sonic character in your opinion? Just total honesty.
Oh boy, let's see. Most attractive female Sonic character.
If you want, what? We're pretty inclusive. We're pretty inclusive. It could be a man.
How come Jaden can say stuff like this?
I can say whatever I want.
But I can't?
He's got free will.
You can say whatever you want.
Thing.
Say whatever you want, Dunshell.
Sonalise isn't bestiality. That's what I want to say.
I just don't want to talk about bestiality, bro. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Anyway,
So I'm awaiting an answer, Matt.
I'm still thinking here. Still thinking.
It's a tough question. It's a thinker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any Sonic character that I've ever looked at that and said, ooh, that's attractive,
Maybe not like you found attractive, but you're like, she's looking a little nice today.
Right.
What?
Oh boy.
How is this not worse than the whole What?
Don't you say the word again. That's it. I swear to God, Dunzo, I'll put you out.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm
gonna fly to Ohio, get coronavirus, and cough on you.
Come over here. Come
Wow.
over here. Come over.
Wow.
I'm ready to fight.
Dunzo,
I gotta-
be quiet. Let the man answer.
Please,
I'm still trying to think of an answer. You know, like even when they had Madonna,
I'm letting
who's
him-
not even like a canon Sonic character. Like
Yeah, should we give
like
like some suggestions? Like Ricardo, can you think of one? Like
that's
most
like-
attractive.
that's
Yeah,
like
Ricardo, I
Sonic
want to hear what you have
attractive,
to
it's
say
a
about the
cartoon.
hottest
I'm
most
not
Sonic character.
I don't want to like. I'm not attracted to animals.
Not you're attracted, but just like it's good looking. Like I'm not attracted to men, right? But I can tell like Henry Cavill's a really good looking
Right.
guy. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like-
I would say, I mean, they're quite fictional though. It's like Henry Cavill's like a real man. He got them like that hairy chest, But like, I'm like just looking at like a cartoon.
Sonic has a really hairy chest.
Bro, I mean, Sonic is one of the fastest and most attractive characters.
But personally, I would go vanilla. Obviously vanilla, because adult. I want an adult. I want an older woman. Vanilla the rabbit. Now I'm not a furry, but like vanilla. Just think about it.
Vanilla
Think
the
about
rabbit. Yeah.
I didn't get to explain
Good
the
choice.
context of the Sonic is the most
Maybe
attractive
Rouge?
video game character line.
No.
Rouge.
The context really. The story. It
Yeah.
tells. It tells
It
itself.
tells itself. You're right. I don't need to explain it.
Sonic Toast. Where did your name come from? I'm so curious about that. Sonic Toast.
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 Yeah.
Cranberries.
Toast. Where did the toast come from? Well, that's a kind of weird story. I'm trying to think where. Okay, so Sonic, of course, comes from Sonic. And then the toast. I have this old video. It's actually on my channel called Mario Brothers Plumbing Service. Right. I was 14 when I made that with my friend. My friend played Mario, and I played Luigi. And at the time, we had watched an episode of The Simpsons where Homer said touche, like when someone had to come back and Homer goes, ooh, touche. And we thought that was so funny. So we were writing the script to Mario Brothers Plumbing Service, and anytime one of us would say something witty, the other one would say, oh, touche, right? And then we were filming it, and my friend who played Mario, he said tushy, and we started cracking up, and then we started doing other variants of touche. We say tushy, and then at one point I said toast, and we started cracking up, and we thought that was so funny. Anyway, none of the touche lines ended up in the final video, but because of that, every time I'd say toast, we would laugh, and so toast just became like a regular part of the vocabulary. I'd always just said toast, so that's where it came from, I guess.
Follow up.
Yeah.
I saw your Sonic Toaster review, but I want to know about your initial reaction to hearing about that. Did you like squeal like a pig? Were you so excited hearing
Did you
they
think
made
it
a
was based on
Sonic
you?
Toaster? Like that's like literally perfect. That's a dream come true
The
if I
toast
was
literally
Sonic
looks
Toast.
the exact same as your icon.
I know. Yeah, it was surreal for me. I didn't think it was real for the longest time. It took me at least a day to realize that it was an actual product. They were really making it. And yeah, I do wonder if something like that would exist if it wasn't for me and my channel.
Did your I know you bought like 6 of them. Did your family members enjoy their gifts of Sonic Toast?
Yeah, it was quite funny on Christmas morning, and they're all opening their gifts, and they all got the same thing. They all had a good laugh. It was fun.
That's great.
They were all like, now we have 8 toasters in our household. What do we do?
Yeah, well, all my siblings, they're all grown up and married and everything, so they all have it in their houses.
That's good.
My parents didn't even open theirs. It's just sitting on a shelf in their house. So who knows?
You got to open it for them and put
Yeah.
it in their kitchen. Just thought for them.
Well, they
Say
gotta
thanks.
keep it
You're
in
welcome.
mint condition. I really regret not getting that toaster. I really wanted one, and they don't sell it anymore.
Yeah. I really want one for
I
our
think they're on
house.
eBay.
I don't think they're on
No,
eBay.
they're
I'll
not.
Check.
They're not on eBay.
They're not.
Yeah, I would have immediately
Oh,
bought one
no.
if I found it.
Well, I hear if you're not in America, they're a
Cranberry.
huge fire hazard, actually.
Oh yeah, one Sonic tuber actually tried making a video in the UK where he plugged it in, and it almost caused a fire in his house.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Wow.
Yeah.
as a free person, you know.
I mean, he didn't like. You should have bought like a converter at least. Like, come on, dude.
That's true.
Oh yes.
I love it.
So I've been thinking long and hard about your question about the hottest Sonic female character.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
I've been scrolling through my memories, and I remember when Sonic Advance came out. There's the artwork of each of the characters. I remember Amy's artwork when she's like hiding her hammer behind her back. She looks really spunky. I remember thinking, oh yeah, that's really cute. That's a very cute picture of Amy. So that's something.
It's a good answer.
Oh. Tell me if this is it.
I know the picture.
Is it this one?
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. I've also been thinking about it. I think it was number 9 of the Sonic Super Special comic books, where Sally takes off her vest and her boots to go inside like the royal. It's like some. Royal
I know the
fountain
exact
thing.
photo you're talking about.
Yeah, like Sally's like naked through the entire comic, and even though she's just an animal, I remember seeing that as a kid and being like,
What?
like, oh wow, that's weird. Like, are they allowed to show that in a comic book? She's not wearing her boots.
You're like, this is not something. What? Why?
I think as a kid, I got my first Sonic comic, which was
oh, there. Mark
Yeah,
just
that-
put the picture up. That's the one.
Oh, I
you gotta
see what
put
you're talking
these
about.
on
Yeah,
the
I've never saw
podcast. But as a kid, my first ever Sonic comic, I went into one of those like nerd stores, I guess they're called, and I saw the graphic novel, the hardback cover for Sonic Genesis, which was like right before the reboot. And at this time, I didn't even know they made Sonic comics, so I was introduced to Sally and all through this. And and my friend would come over to me and be like, "Why are you like reading these naked like characters in that book?" Because I was really young at the time. It was really hard explaining to them, because I didn't even know who the characters were.
Yeah. It's funny.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
that
it's
really
really
got me into
funny.
Archie Sonic. And then immediately after I got into it, they rebooted it. And I was really upset.
It's funny when they rebooted it because they gave Sally more clothes and they
Yeah.
gave Antoine less clothes.
Oh yeah, they made him like orange. That was really weird.
That
Yeah.
was really weird. I I don't like the reboot, but I like Sally's redesign. But I'm not a fan of Antoine's redesign. It's a flip flop, and I'm not a fan of that.
They did
Right.
like the Knuckles thing with Rotor, and they made him really like buff. Like they gave him a lot of upper body strength, like Boom Knuckles, before Boom Knuckles was even a thing.
Right.
So, Captain Toast,
You can call
what
him Matt.
is your
like,
favorite variant? I'm sorry, my higher up, superior, Lord Toast. What
Please.
is your favorite variant of Sonic? If you had to choose, like you had to destroy all of other Sonics, there can only be one version. Which one?
Archie Comics universe.
That's
Good
the one
man.
you're keeping.
That's the one I'd keep. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like honestly,
Good man.
back in the day, I feel like Sonic always has these dark periods in history, right? Sonic 1, 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, like Sonic was on top of the world, and then he hit a dark period with Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic the Fighters, Sonic R, Knuckles Chaotix. Like those games were not the greatest and they did not do well. And I remember all my friends at school like turned their backs on Sonic after Sonic 3D Blast. Like, I don't like Sonic anymore, you know? For me, it was always those Archie comics that kept me going, that kept me loving Sonic. Just reading those stories month after month and just being entranced by his world. Even though the games weren't delivering, those comics just kept me going. You know, we hit another dark period with like Sonic 06, Sonic and the Black Knight. You know, that period, again, was one of Sonic's worst. But I think comics at that time were some of the best. You know, that's when Ian Flynn took over and was just making the world so immersive and amazing. To me, you just can't beat the Archie Comics Sonic world.
That's a great take.
that was a
That's
great
a-
take. I didn't just get up and go to the bathroom and come back and not hear anything that was said. That was a great take.
Mark.
What a great podcast host. Wait. Can we all take a second and give a round of applause to LS Mark? What a great podcast host. Yeah.
Well done.
I'm sorry.
Mark,
Great
you
host.
can't see what's on the camera, but this one's for you.
I hope it's a thumbs up.
you betcha, buddy. Oh, you
Better be a
betcha.
thumbs up. That better be a thumbs up.
It's
So
a really
Sonic
big
Toast.
thumbs up just for you.
How difficult?
thumbs
You
up,
started
guys.
up Daily
don't think
Toast, which to my knowledge, wasn't it like that was a long time ago, wasn't it? You would review one Sonic or Mario game every day.
Every day, yep.
How hard was that to keep up with? Because at this point you did like have kids and you were married and all. Was that like hard to try get one video out every day?
That was extremely hard, yeah. Doing a daily video was difficult. It got to a point where Sunday night I would film all 5 videos, upload all 5, and have them all set up. So then throughout the week I could just put one live each day. Like I would have like 5 shirts on the side, so I would change shirts so it would look like it's a new day. But still, yeah,
That's
no, Daily
incredible.
Toast was extremely difficult for me. Even though I only did weekdays, I didn't do weekends, just weekdays. But yeah, at the end of the year, I could not wait to be done with it.
Yeah, that was like a morning tradition of mine, like when I was in elementary school. I was always so upset whenever like I woke up and I wasn't able to watch a Daily Toast because I'd like have to go to school and I didn't have like a phone when I was in elementary, and like every single day I watched one of those. And one time I actually snuck I did something really bad. I brought my mom's phone that she should really have on her, and I brought it to school with me so I could watch a Daily Toast because I wasn't able to finish it at my house.
Wow.
That's so crazy that you even like grew up with phones like that. Like no man.
Yeah, I didn't get a phone until I was in high school.
No, I didn't get
Yeah.
one until I was in like 8th grade, but like
That's not true.
I had an
I just
iPad
weren't
in
even
elementary.
around. Like our phones didn't play videos when I was in elementary.
I really,
So, like,
really
if you-
wanted a phone whenever I was getting my confirmation, which is like I don't know. Did you know what that is? I don't know. I grew up Catholic, so my parents got me like this crappy little flip phone for it, and I loved it. I adored it, and it could do nothing. It could take photos and it could call. I thought I was so cool for my little flip phone. I would take it to high school. Whenever everyone
Wow.
had their iPhones.
That is flipping epic.
It is epic. I'm sorry, my story isn't up to
This
snuff.
flipping epic.
You
Sonic
do,
Toast.
you do a shadow voice?
Can you? I think you could do. I could imagine you doing a pretty good Shadow or Sonic.
I do a very throaty shadow voice. I just love his soundbite in
Ooh.
Sonic Adventure 2 when he says, "I'm the coolest."
I'm the coolest.
I'm the coolest.
I'm the
And that's
coolest.
after you hit him and he says that.
It doesn't seem like a very shadowy thing to say, but he does say that.
Yeah. You do a pretty good shadow impression with your shadow puppet.
Yeah.
I like how you would start
Yeah,
off your live streams with them.
coolest.
A few years ago, I went all in on the puppets because I was so tired of being in front of the camera, like from Daily Toast and everything. Because honestly, the comments just started coming down on me really hard. You know, people saying you're ugly, you're fat, and stuff
Aw.
like that. That's why I turned to puppets, because I wanted the puppets to be, you know, front and center from there on. But it's just so tiring. Like I do a puppet video and I'm covered in sweat and I'm coughing like crazy from trying to duck and do a voice at the same time. So that's why I haven't done much with puppets lately. But
Was
It
there a
was an
response to the
experiment.
puppets? Like, do people like the puppets?
yeah, I get a lot of positive feedback about the puppets. But yeah,
That's great.
I still do them sometimes.
Yeah,
I gotta
I
repair
know
them,
you
they're
like
falling
have
apart.
them in your live streams and stuff. Do you plan on streaming more? I know you've been doing that more often.
Not a ton. I like live stream because I don't have to edit. It's just all done. At the same time, I don't like watching my own live streams. I just think I get ranty and I think it's dumb. And I feel like if it's just not content that I'm proud to get
Yeah.
out there, honestly. So I
That's
try to
understandable.
I
stay
agree.
away from live streams for that single reason.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of Sonic tubers nowadays are so like strapped for, like they don't know what to make, so they're just live streaming over and over. But I feel like having a mix of it is great.
Yeah.
And I guess when you're unboxing stuff, it is useful to cut out the parts where you're like opening the toys and stuff, so you can get right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though like the Daily Toasts obviously are over, since like you stopped doing that series, there have been like a handful of like Mario and Sonic titles that have come out since then. Do you ever think you would like go back to doing like maybe like a month of like Daily Toast or something like that, where you go over
Daily
like, all the
Toast
games that have
then.
come out since?
It's monthly toast.
Oh, I've never looked back. I've never had desire to go back to doing that. Honestly, it was fun while it lasted, but no, I don't think I'll ever go back to Daily Toast. You know, I've thought about it. I thought about doing a different kind of Daily Toast, like theming it differently instead of talking about games. Maybe doing a different Sonic comic every day for Daily Toast, or when Mario Maker came out was really big, I was like, whoa, I could do a daily Mario Maker level and make the Daily Toast out of that. But just thinking back to it, it feels like a nightmare, having the stress of putting something out every day. It's just something I don't want to go back to.
That's understandable, yeah. Even doing like weekly stuff for me is torture, and I couldn't even think about doing stuff daily.
Yeah.
I think you should make a Daily Toast that's 3 seconds long every day of you just screaming as loud as you can.
And knowing the internet, that'd probably get a following.
And being hilarious. I would like to subscribe.
I mean, that's what people do now. Like, Twitter accounts blow up from just posting the same video, like, over and over again. I know there's one that just posts,
it's like, oh, it's Saturday. Saturday is for Dad.
Saturday, yeah, it's the Dexter's Lab thing. Or I saw a new Sonic Boom one where it's Eggman, like, walking through his lair talking about what he's going to do on a Sunday morning, and it's always posted every Sunday morning.
Those make me feel sad because I'm like, dude, I felt like I saw that 2 days ago. That was a whole week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goodness.
Time's been moving so fast now, yeah. We've been in lockdown for how long now? 3 months? 4 months?
Living in lockdown.
Yeah.
Nobody understands that reference.
So, Sonic Toast, let's say you get a text. Jeff Fowler reaches out to you. He says, hey, Sonic Toast, big fan. I want to put you in the Sonic movie sequel as a cameo. I know we denied Yuji Naka a cameo, but you know what? That was in the past. Sonic Toast is the future. Are you going to take it?
Of course.
And what are you going to do? What role would be okay? Like, what if you were like a bench that Tom sits on?
a bench. I'd take anything I could get to be on that set. Honestly, I think it would be an honor just to be there, to be in an official Sonic product like that. You know, I really hope they do that for the second movie. I hope they do have cameos from like everyone, like Yuji Naka, Naoto Oshima, you know, throwing Jun Sonoe, even Aaron Weber. Aaron Weber would make a great cameo.
I know Yuji Naka, whenever the movie was coming out, or the trailer was announced, he tweeted like that he really wanted to like have a cameo in it, and he didn't know how to contact them about like having like a small cameo in the movie, and I guess they never reached out to him, which was disappointing.
Yeah, they should put everyone in it, you know, Izuka.
Yeah, like Chris Chan, Sammy Classic, everyone.
No. Wait. Everyone who's watching this should tweet out #Sonic Toast in Sonic movie. And we need to get Sonic Toast in the Sonic movie sequel. It needs to be done.
Or, you know, Ricardo could literally just text him and tell him.
I can. Yeah, I'll
okay,
get on
no
that
flex.
soon.
No flex.
Yeah, we've got
flex,
connections. We've got
not trying to
connections
flex,
with Jeff
but-
Fowler.
Wait, what? Ricardo, you know Jeff Fowler? I almost said Flower.
I don't know
Jeff.
him. It was like a brief conversation on FaceTime, but I have the ability to text him, but we just haven't.
We gotta make a game plan. We're
Yeah.
all gonna get cameos in the sequel, and we're gonna get you in on this Sonic Toast.
Nice.
No, none of us are going to get a cameo unless Sonic Toast gets a cameo.
Yeah.
We say they're like, oh, do you guys want a cameo? The 4 of you, and we're like, you better make it 5 or none of us.
Right. Or no, only Sonic.
We'll blackmail them.
Just
We'll
Sonic
blackmail.
Toast.
You guys are hilarious. You know,
Thank you.
the other day I went back and watched. You guys remember the Sonic fan film?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah.
And that had like the Nostalgia Critic and
yeah,
the
Angry Video Game
Angry
Nerd,
Video Game
Yes.
Nerd all doing cameos in it.
Mhm.
Aaron Hansen.
Yeah, that wow. It was really weird to watch again now that we have a real Sonic movie.
There's just so many mistakes. Like, there's one part where like the robot's picking him up, and it's like, you're going to do a film, you should never show the CGI and the real stuff touching and interacting.
There was also
that
like a
was
part where
so
Sonic
bad.
jumps and he jumps outside of the aspect ratio.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You know, they
It was probably
tried.
just like a PNG. Like they just letterboxed it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't actually filmed with that
They
aspect
accidentally
ratio.
put the Sonic jumping over the PNG like black layers.
yeah.
It's a fan
Oh.
film. It is what it is.
No, yeah, they clearly put a lot of effort into it. And
I'm just happy we got the Sonic movie.
I wouldn't
So
mind if they
good, yeah.
incorporated. I would love to see like GUN in any Sonic movie. I wish they kind of called the government that in the first one.
I agree. I wish
That'd
they
be
did
cool.
too.
I don't. They need to. I think they're going to abandon that though. To be honest, even in the games, because obviously, like calling it that, you can't even say it in a video or you get demonetized. Like
That's
that
true.
word is just like so unpopular now. They'll probably change that, in my opinion. That's just my
Oh, okay.
prediction,
I'm
my
interested
theory.
in this. That
Not
what,
saying it, or I think.
what would you personally love? Like, what would your direction be for the Sonic movie sequel?
You know, Jim Carrey did say he'd be cool with wearing a fat suit, so I would like to see him become more of the Robotnik that we know from the games. What I would like to see is I'd like to aim towards like Sonic 3 and Knuckles kind of thing.
Yes,
Where-
me too.
where-
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like what if we find out that the Mushroom Planet is actually just Mushroom Hill Zone, and Robotnik is on Angel Island? You know, he meets Knuckles and everything, and maybe they're causing mischief, doing bad stuff. That's why Tails
Mhm.
has come to Earth looking for Sonic for help, and Sonic has to go back with him to defeat Robotnik on Angel Island and defeat Knuckles because Knuckles is working with him. Tom can come if he wants, if they want to do that. Why not? You can be the Chris Thorndike of the group. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see them just seeing more of Sonic's world, more interesting things than Earth. I want to see him get off the Earth and do more fantastic things. You know?
Yeah, I really hope they
Right.
don't just do like the next movie is just the same thing but with Tails because it's Sonic 2, but Sonic 3 is where they introduce Knuckles. I hope they start like combining Sonic 2 and 3 together to have like or even like Sonic CD, have Metal Sonic in there, like maybe
Oh, that'd be
Eggman's
great.
in that. Oh yeah, were you happy that they called him Robotnik in the movie? I know you still call him Robotnik.
I still call him Robotnik every day, and I loved that they use that name instead of Eggman. I like how they did it, where Sonic nicknames him Eggman right there in the movie.
Yeah,
I thought that was great.
that was great. I wasn't expecting that. Like, really caught me off guard.
I kind of don't know if I feel like he's better fat. I kind of like the thinner, more like crazy. I feel like he's scarier as like a crazy like crackhead looking guy, you know? Or he
I
just
think
looks
Jim
absolutely
Carrey.
insane. I don't know. I feel like fat people are less intimidating. I don't know. That's just my opinion, I guess.
I
don't know
think
why.
Jim Carrey said in an interview, or wherever he said it, that he wanted to do a fat suit, but whoever
Mhm.
like a Paramount said that they don't know if they want to waste the time every day getting him set up in that. But hopefully they go through.
All right, look. I saw some art of it with like him without it, and I thought it looked really cool.
I don't know. I think the guys behind it, what's their names? I should know this. The writers.
Are you talking about the writers?
Yeah, what?
Josh Miller.
Josh Miller
Patrick Casey.
and Patrick Casey. It looks like they're going to be taking more influence from the games and listening to the fan base more. Because I know they did an interview once, like a live interview, and when asking about like the echidnas and if that was going to come up again, he specifically said, you know, a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everything we put
Yeah.
that in there deliberately. So it seems like they're going to be exploring more of Sonic's world in the next one. I know they wanted to do it for the first, but like budget
Yeah.
made it so they couldn't.
Yeah, there was
So-
a lot of Sonic stuff planned for the like Sonic-y things, like the Chaos Emerald, Super Sonic. I think
the
they-
lizard
they had, like, planned as
people.
well.
Ugh, that would have been awful.
Yeah, weren't they like originally like the lizards, but then like Tyson came in and changed them.
I don't know if it was
echidnas
Tyson
or-
specifically that changed them to echidnas, but
But yeah, they were
Yeah.
like lizards or alligators or something originally.
Yeah, that would have been well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, honestly, I might be alone in this, but I would love it if Ian Flynn were involved in the writing team somehow, in like, because he knows all about Sonic's history and he could influence so many, even just Easter eggs and everything, references
Yeah.
to all the games
be
and
it.
comics and cartoons
Honestly,
and everything.
the Sonic fan base is so dedicated. I think they could make the whole movie themselves if they were given the budget and time.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not a big, even though I'm a giant Sonic fan, I'm not one of those like nostalgia nuts. Like, I don't love when it's just like constant callbacks, and especially like when it's like a Sonic movie, because in the grand scheme of things, Sonic is a niche like fan base, and a franchise with like a substantial fan base. So I just want the movies to like kind of be their own thing. I'm not like, I don't want them to like adapt Adventure or anything like that. I want them to do like their own like different stories like with these characters.
Well, by Easter eggs, I just mean like I think we just mean like the way in the first one Sonic would have the map and it would be the Beta Green Hill Zone loop and
Yeah.
just small stuff that doesn't take away from the thing itself. But whenever I want them to like adapt Sonic 3, I just mean like take elements and do your own thing with it. Like introduce Knuckles on Angel Island and have like your own thing with that. You know, they could go all. Sonic could be such a big franchise, and with it being able to hopefully go out in Japan and China on time, it could be a massive hit. Because I know that I was doing research on the Sonic movie in Japan because it recently opened. It
Didn't flop,
it
yeah.
bombed. It made I think 500,000
dumb.
its opening.
500,000.
Yeah, on its opening weekend.
They have
and
such
Taka-
like high
not Takashi,
piracy there. What the
Yeah, no, people obviously would have pirated it before. I think even, like, Yuji Naka had the DVD of the movie before it even came out over there, and he was like, I don't want to watch it, I want to see it on the big screen. And he was tweeting,
man.
like, Sonic fans, please, go to the cinema and see this. It's, like, not doing well, and I was really sad.
And obviously,
But,
no one there in their respect-driven culture of like wearing masks. No one's going to go to the fucking cinema.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad. It's so bad. What a,
But,
should just
but
put it up
that
same
means that
time
the
here.
Sonic movie was, like, a pretty big success. But now that it's gonna, like, it could have done better, but now that the sequel's gonna come out, if it gets what this first movie would have gotten, it's gonna make it look like the sequel did way better than the first, which is only good. And then we get a Sonic movie 3.
Yeah, that would be
what
great.
if theaters
But
don't
the-
like? Go
The
back
only
to normal?
issue is that like the upcoming movie slates are packed as hell. Like every month is like jam packed with like big blockbusters, especially like 2022, which we were looking at. So Sonic might have some trouble, and that could like hinder the possibility of a Sonic movie 3.
Yeah. Plus the Mario movie is supposed to be out that year
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like, I'm stoked to have
Dude, that movie's
Sonic
gonna
and Mario
suck.
the same year, but
It's gonna
still.
be bad. Oh,
Yeah, it's made by Illumination, dude. I don't think that's going to be a good movie, in my opinion. It'd be crazy if it was, so that'd be cool. I hope it's good, but
Honestly, as a
By
dad,
elimination.
I've seen like every Illumination movie. I take my kids to them, and I think they're fine, honestly.
No,
Yeah.
I think Illumination movies are like fine, but I don't think any of them are like above fine. I don't think I would watch any of them like a second time. But they're not like
Yeah,
the
they're
worst
not
things.
I'd
Pixar.
say like yeah.
But that's not what I
agree
would.
with
I
Mario.
wouldn't want to go out of the Mario movie saying like, that was fine. It's been
But
so long
like
since
Sonic
I saw
Toast said, we're not the target demographic. Like he takes his kids. Those are kids movies. Like Sonic
But they're
is
like
kids,
kids
but it has an
movies.
older following.
Kids movies can be
Illumination
good, though.
films are kids.
I don't take that as an excuse to have a bad movie, because like you have the Disney movies like which are like actually like very well crafted and
They're
like,
not
anyone
bad
can
though.
enjoy.
They're not a bad movie.
Right.
They're just like all right. Like Secret Life
Yeah.
of Pets is like all right. Like they're just all right movies. Nothing bad.
But
Yeah, I just don't
I'd
like
rather-
the excuse of like, oh, it's a kids movie.
I'd rather a good Mario movie than an alright one though.
How
I
about
want a
the
horrible Mario movie.
Bob Hoskins Mario movie?
I still need a.
we need a sequel, bro.
I love
we
that
need a
movie
sequel.
so much. That movie's so
Dumbsville's-
great.
Dumbsville showed me
I'm
it
one of
once.
the 5 people who
um,
loves that movie.
Yeah, Dumbsville showed me it
Nice.
once, and I fell asleep during it because it was really late at night, so I still have to watch it sometime.
We need a hashtag bring in Bob. Bring in Bob.
Oh, that's a
Isn't
good
he
question.
dead?
Yeah,
He
you,
is
you
dead.
know he's dead, right?
Oh,
They need to CGI him and put him in the movie.
Yeah. You know, John Leguizamo, he's still alive. He played Luigi. He could do a
could do
Luigi's Mansion
some.
movie.
You could do that.
He
And
could
Bob
be
Hoskins
Luigi,
could
and
be
they
a
could
ghost.
pitch him down for Mario too.
do you think in the Mario movie, Matt, that they'll get like a celebrity like Adam Sandler or Charles Martinet, or think he's gonna be like mute.
Boy, I
It's
would
me,
hope they would
Mario.
get Charles Martinet, but I doubt it. I
I'd
doubt
like
they'll
Adam Sandler as Mario.
If they had Adam Sandler, I would be like, do not watch this movie. I don't want to be like, it's me, Mario. I'm him. I would die.
I would love that so much.
Oh my goodness.
I love.
Yeah.
Oh, no, baby.
I love
They probably
watching
will do a
Adam
celebrity.
Sandler.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird because it's coming out 2 years from now. Yet we know next to nothing about it other than that Illumination is making it.
It's hitting 2022, so not next year. But the
I think
year
it's gonna
afterward.
get delayed again because the Sonic movie was meant to come out in like 2017, I think. And look at that.
Yeah, Sonic movie took a long time. It was a very long production. I mean, like Sony had it originally.
Yeah, it was gonna be like
And then-
PG-13, and yeah.
Yeah, they tossed it over the fence to Paramount.
I bet Sony's kicking themselves over that now because Paramount's got themselves a new franchise.
What
Yeah.
if, hypothetically, let's think, the next Sonic movies it's just like totally over the top. Like it's like Deadpool. What would you think?
I like that. I want my biggest issue with the Sonic movie is that there were too many scenes of just like adults sitting around talking, and I was like, I want more Sonic in this Sonic movie.
Yeah. I
What do
agree.
you think, Matty Toast?
Yeah, honestly, as long as people like it,
Or
I don't even.
maybe PG-13. Maybe PG-13, just more like adult themes, just like I guess PG-13 because you still want kids.
What?
You
Sonic
want it to
Toast
be
wasn't
like a
even
little
saying.
boy.
I would want to keep it PG, honestly. I just want people to like it. Like, I'm gonna like it just as long as Sonic's face is on it. Like, I'm gonna like it regardless. I just want the general audiences to like it, so we keep getting more. So-
I agree completely. I thought the Sonic movie, I didn't love it. I sort of just like, I enjoyed it a lot, but I was so happy that everyone else was liking it a lot and that it did well.
Yeah, I'm in that boat too. I'm completely in that same boat. I'm just so happy that everyone, most people, the general audience liked it.
Yeah, it's great seeing people like Sonic again.
All right, so hear me out for a second.
Okay.
There's a music video for the next Sonic movie, right? Some rapper, let's say it's like Young Thug, right? The new Young Thug. It's called
Young
like,
Thug.
Spin Dash,
Thugger.
right? Spin
Thugger
Dash
for the Sonic
right?
movie.
Speaking of which, Toast, have you ever had any experiences with any kind of drugs or marijuana? Just out of curiosity.
No, we ain't asking that.
Yeah, no comment.
I'm asking. You have
No
No
You've not?
comment.
That's fine if you haven't. I just want to ask.
No
So-
comment.
No comment?
No comment.
You're next to Nevada and Colorado, which are both legal. If you did have any
Jaden,
experience,
shut up.
No
Jaden, we
comment.
finally get
fuck up.
No
we get
comment.
Sonic Toast on and you want to ruin
Did you not hear the Jeffery 6 trailer? We ask the hard questions no matter how uncomfortable it gets. Fuck
Mhm.
you.
No
Say that.
comment.
No comment. Respect
No
the
comment.
man. This man's a
Respect
legend,
no
Jaden,
comment.
and you are disrespecting that, sir.
No comment. I haven't seen the video, but you might be winking, just saying.
So
Alright.
Sonic,
Does anyone
huh?
else have a
Yeah,
topic?
Sonic the
Does anyone
Hedgehog.
else
Sonic.
have anything?
I don't know. Do you have anything you want to talk about, Matt? I know we've sort of taken over this.
Well, I do want to throw something out there. With Jack Pacific, they got these great new Sonic action figures. If you could pick one character in the entire franchise for them to put in their line, who would you pick?
Ooh, I wanna go.
Go for it.
I really want Neo Metal Sonic. I think that could be. really
Ah,
cool.
flip! I would have said that.
I didn't
Okay.
even thought of him.
I love Neo Metals. I love Sonic Heroes in general.
I'm so glad the tech deck came out. That was so cool.
That was legit.
I would like a Blaze figure. I like Blaze's design a lot, I guess. So either Blaze or no. Okay, going back to earlier, I would really want an Omega figure.
What about you, Dums?
I guess Omega. I like Omega.
I already picked
I
that.
guess.
Jeez, I just think like
I guess
these
Omega.
toy companies like Tomy or Jax, they always do really good jobs at Metal Sonics. So maybe they're good at making robots into toys because the articulation is less noticeable.
All right. Mine is a bit of a fantasy, but just hear me out for a second, right?
Vanilla the Rabbit.
Life-size Vanilla the Rabbit. But life-size, like...
That's even worse. How do you say things like this that are worse?
What's worse? I just want to own it. I'm a collector. Of all
Okay.
vanilla merchandise. There just happens to not be any.
The 0%.
The all 0 of them. Once
I'm
they
not
make
gonna
one, I'll buy
question
it.
the uses.
I don't know if they've made one. I don't even know.
No, they haven't. Who would buy it? No kid's
think
gonna see it in
vanilla
the
was
store
on a
like, oh my
t-shirt
god,
once.
mom, get me the Vanilla the Rabbit figure.
There's barely any
Come on,
cream
Mom.
merch. There will never be any vanilla merch if there's not
Ew,
cream.
cream? Dude, that's creepy, dude. Come on, Rick.
Yeah,
There is cream merch. There's,
I'm not saying I want cream. I'm just saying there will
Yes,
be
you
vanilla if there isn't
do.
cream.
Yes, you do.
Bro,
There's
y'all
the-
know I don't even...
Typical
Yeah,
Ricardo.
Ricardo, there is cream merch.
Typical
There's the
Ricardo.
Sonic X figure. There's the GE plush.
Yeah. Like, that's the only two, aside
think I
from
own
the...
that.
There's a Sonic X figurine.
Sonic Toast. How old were you when you
Yeah.
played your first Sonic game, and what was that game?
My first Sonic game was Sonic 1 on the Sega Genesis. I believe I was 7. I may have been 6 or 7. My uncle bought a Sega Genesis, and I played it, and it blew my mind. And somehow me and my siblings were able to convince my parents to get one. Luckily, my dad's big into football, and the Genesis had, I think it was John Madden 1992 or something like that, John Madden Football. And so he wanted to play that. So he bought us the Genesis so he could buy Madden Football and play that. And Genesis came with Sonic, so from there it was history.
That's a good question for all of us, I guess. I don't think we've ever. Yes, you were there from the start, but what about the rest of yous? What was your first Sonic experience?
My first Sonic experience was
No, I mean like your first
walking
Sonic
in-
game, I guess.
game.
Yeah, like what was your like the same thing that Matt just answered, obviously.
Well, game would be my dad before he left got this like giant lot of like original Xbox games on eBay, and the only game I really cared about aside from like Spider-Man was Sonic Heroes, and I played that a bunch. And then I walked in on channel surfing and I saw Sonic on the TV, and it was Sonic X, so I made sure they recorded that to the DVR, and then I became a Sonic fan.
Oh, dude.
Wow, you make me feel so old.
Oh.
I don't. You go, Mark. Give me your best, your first little baby Mark. Baby Marcus.
I think I had a PS2 growing up, even though this is when like the Xbox 360 and stuff was out. My dad took me and we got a PlayStation 2, and I think I just asked my uncle if I could borrow his copy of Sonic Heroes. That's like the earliest memory I have of Sonic, even though I guess I must have known about it beforehand if I asked to borrow it. But yeah, I got Sonic Heroes on the PS2, which is awful. It's not good on the PS2,
What?
but I loved it as a kid. And
I had it on the PS2. It was fun.
it's
fun.
like that's not as good. It's like it's really glitchy and the frame rate's really low. There's no shadows. It looks awful. It's better on the GameCube or the Xbox.
Yeah, I like the GameCube one
Yeah.
best.
Oh,
He is right. The
wanna
PS2 port was a bad port.
Yeah, I want to ask about that. What influenced your decision to never touch like it?
Well, no,
not never touch, but not
you were
own the
wrong,
Xbox
Ricardo. I want to ask him what convinced him to finally get an Xbox and a PlayStation, because I saw on one of your recent stuff you got them.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was a gift, right?
Well, let's see. Yeah. So, where to even start with this? Okay. So, when I was in high school, video games became really controversial because there was, the Columbine shooting, all kinds of violence outbreaks, and
Wait, what? Give me a time frame. When was this? Just so I
boy.
could get an idea.
Okay, late '90s, early 2000s.
Oh, okay. So like literally, Columbine just happened, like 9/11. That.
Yeah, and Grand Theft Auto was like the most popular game at the time, and
GTA, classic.
it got to the point where when you mentioned video games, people would just automatically think Grand Theft Auto, and so I kind of wanted to distance myself from that because I'm I'm not into that kind of violence or anything like that. I love video games for the mascots, for Sonic, for Mario, for Donkey Kong, right? So a big part of that decision was just wanting to distance myself from the violence. That, and for some reason, Halo. All my friends were obsessed with Halo at the time because Xbox had just come out, and it wasn't the violence that bothered me about Halo. Like I literally got motion sickness from playing the game for some reason, and all my friends were just so obsessed with it to where they would start like physically fighting and screaming at each other for sniping or for being cheap in the game, and that just put a bad taste in my mouth for Xbox. So I stayed away from those for quite a while. When Sonic went multi-platform, Sonic Heroes, of course, was the first game. I got Sonic Heroes for GameCube, and my friend got it for Xbox. And we were playing it together on his Xbox, and just the lag, or like when you start moving fast, the game would start like the animation started getting choppy, and I felt like that just really ticked me off. I'm like, oh, Sonic's supposed to be fast. This is ridiculous. So that kind of made me angry at Xbox. And yeah, like you said, Mark, I have recently gotten the consoles. First one, I think Sonic Generations, that was not offered on Nintendo consoles, aside from the 3DS version, which doesn't really count. It's not the same game. Yeah. I really wanted to play Sonic Generations. Also, Sonic 4 Episode 2 came out around that time, and it was not offered on Nintendo consoles. So I borrowed a friend's Xbox 360. He let me borrow it for like 2 months, and I bought like every Sonic game for the Xbox 360 and played them all in those 2 months, and I liked them, and I enjoyed the Xbox 360. It was much later, much later, I'd given it back to him. I was at a video game store, and they had an original Xbox, but they had modded it to have like over 100 classic arcade games on it, including like the Ninja Turtle arcade games, and it had like all the Genesis Sonics on it. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll buy it for that because I want to play those classic arcade games and everything. So that was the first time I bought an Xbox. And then a friend had picked up a Xbox 360 for $8 at one of those like those secondhand stores, like a Salvation Army type store. And I was like, wow, $8. I'm like, hey, I'll give you $10 for it. And he's like, okay, sure. So he gives me the system so I could play Sonic Generations again. This was years after Sonic Generations came out. So that got me an Xbox 360. That Xbox and Xbox 360. That same friend, he picked up a PS2 for like $6 at one of those stores. And he gave it to me because he just had too many PS2s. And I guess he wanted me to have a PS2. So I have a PS2 now. And then, well, I have Xbox One. That's a funny story. I bought an Xbox One because circumstantially it made sense. My son wanted an Xbox One really bad because he wanted all the Star Wars games on there, the Battlefront and stuff like that. And I was buying a ring for my fiance at the time, who's currently my wife. I was looking for a ring, and I found one I liked at a pawn shop of all places. So I bought it, and I proposed to her. She said yes, and she said, there's a problem. And I said, what's the problem? She says, the ring you gave me is it's almost identical to the ring that my ex-husband gave me years ago. Ooh. And she says, I don't want a ring that looks just like it because bad memories. And so we went back to the pawn shop to exchange it for a different ring. She picked out one she liked, and the one that she liked was $200 cheaper than the one I had initially bought. And they would not give me my money back. They said, you can have $200 credit here in our pawn shop. And sure enough, they had a Xbox One brand new in the box for $200. So I said, I'll take that. So that's how I ended up with an Xbox One, which my son plays like crazy. So I have every generation of Xbox now. And I don't hate Xbox like I used to. It's fine, I guess. I don't really play it. It's just I just own it. It's there. PlayStation I still haven't cozied up to, but I have a PS2. My son plays it. He plays old like Jedi power battles and stuff like that on it.
So if
Nice.
like the new Sonic game got announced and it wasn't on Switch and it was only on like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, whatever the new one's called, would you
Series
have to,
X.
would you have to get it? Like either of them?
I would buy the game regardless. Like I own every PlayStation and Xbox Sonic game, even the ones I don't have the console for.
Yeah.
So yes, I would buy the game. I don't know if I'd bring myself to buy the console just to play it.
Dedication.
Dedication.
So Toast. So like, these are all a bunch of older games. Is there anything new you've been playing? Like, what's a new game that you like? Is there anything out there?
I'm still playing Smash Ultimate.
Masterpiece.
As much as I can. I'm playing Sonic Mania again because
Masterpiece.
the issue with Sonic Mania is like when it came out, I forget what, like a Mario game came out at the same time, like Mario Odyssey or something, like something really big. So I wasn't able to give, or no, that was Sonic Forces that came out at the same time as Mario Odyssey. I can't remember, but I don't feel like I ever gave Sonic Mania the attention it deserves. So like I'd play through it and then put it aside, and then when they did the update with the Encore version, played through it, put it aside. But now I'm trying to play it again, try to get all the Chaos Emeralds. That's what I'm really trying to do. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz came out on the Switch with Sonic as a unlockable character. So
Do you like that?
I really got it because my son wanted it because he loves monkeys. But I've been trying to play through it to unlock Sonic. You have to beat the game to unlock Sonic, and some of those levels are just so ridiculously hard. I haven't gotten through it yet. So I quit that about like 2 weeks ago, just out of frustration. Maybe I'll come back to it soon.
So would you say you're more of a collector than a gamer?
I would say that, yeah.
Yeah,
I actually said that in one of
Not
my
a gamer.
Daily Toast videos. I said I'm more of a collector than a gamer.
that
and
might
I
be
think-
where I heard it from.
I think I got some comments saying, no, don't say that, you know.
I
Too
think
much forever.
I'm going through that exact thing right now where I collected so many old games, like I'm looking at them right now. I'm even gonna turn my webcam to them so you can see that I'm thinking. I've got so many like old boxed consoles and I never play them, and I realized that I just like owning Sonic games. I might just sell them all and keep the Sonic games, 'cause that's really what I like. It's just taking up space. That's more money for Sonic toy.
I'm in the same boat. I hate playing video games unless it's like with friends and stuff. There's so much stuff I could be doing.
I used to be such a gamer, but now I'm like Ricardo. I'm just like, I only want to play with friends and stuff. So I did the fucking hardest thing. I'm sorry, I swore. Bleep that, cranberries. I threw away every single disc case and sleeve, and I put everything in a binder, and it was so painful. But it's just like, dude, I have like these containers full of video games. In it.
Why
Or at
didn't you
least the
sell
disc
them
ones.
then? They would have been worth more if you kept them in the keys.
The boxes, I don't give a well, I want to keep the games. I like the games. I the cases, dude. I know like collectors cringe at that, but like, there's so
Dude.
much space. it takes
Since we all
in
like
my
playing
closet.
online, we've got to set up like a tournament on Smash Ultimate with Sonic Toast. Have a big...
Oh, that'd be
I
fun.
do.
I'm totally down.
I'll buy a Switch just for it.
Me and Ricardo have. Dumsel has one too. Yeah, that's 4 people. That's
I'll
enough.
buy one. I've been thinking of getting one. I'll buy one.
Getting one what?
Such.
A Switch?
Switch.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played Smash
I
Ultimate in
literally
so
never use
long.
my Switch.
Yes, me neither.
I haven't used my Switch in forever.
I tried playing SpongeBob, the new SpongeBob game on it, and it runs at like 40 FPS, and I got it on the PlayStation afterwards, and it runs so much better. It was shocking.
I have it on PC, boy. Get a PC,
Nintendo
man.
really like they're like the best at optimizing their own system, I guess. Obviously.
Toast.
yeah.
Do you play any PC games?
Let's see. I've got like all the Sonic games on PC on Steam. Do I actually play them? Well, like I like the fan mods where like you can be Mario in the Sonic games. I'll play those for fun.
Yeah.
But besides that, no, I don't really play PC.
Find that interesting. That's cool.
There was one Ninja Turtle game, a fan-made one. It was called Rescue Palooza that has like 50 different Ninja Turtle characters. I was pretty hardcore into that when it came out. Besides that, no, I don't do much on the PC.
Now, Sonic Toast, what if you had one message? There's a lot going on right now, the whole world. You have one message. You, the Sonic Toast, have one message to the whole world. What's that message gonna be?
Let's see. Be good. Be good to people. Be good to each other. And do what Sonic would do.
Preach it.
Do what Sonic would do.
I like
Good.
that
Do
one.
it, Sonic.
Let's give that a round of applause. Let's clap to that.
Round of applause for Emperor Sonic Toast, the original Sonic Tuber, founder
Sonic
and
Tuber.
CEO of Sonic Tubing.
Praise
Yeah.
be.
This has been a lot of fun. I really
Crazy.
appreciate you guys inviting me over to do this with you. This is awesome. It's really
Of
great
course,
to talk
the
to other
next-
Sonic
So
fans.
cool.
We appreciate
So
you
flippin'
joining
epic.
us.
Thank you.
Like, we wouldn't be doing
God, I
what
love
we're
you.
doing. We wouldn't be doing like what we're doing right now if it wasn't for you, because like you like basically created the space and influenced so much. So yeah, we just like really appreciate like everything that you do, and thank you so much for the childhood.
I appreciate the
Toast.
kind words. Thank you.
Where can the people find you at? Give me your social security number, your address, your phone number. Give me all of your. No, what's your YouTube account username
Yeah.
channel?
Yep. All right. So yeah, that's my main thing. YouTube.com/SonicToast. I'm also Sonic Toast on Twitter, Instagram. Those I don't give.
And you know what? I think this was a great episode. And you know what? Just to end it, rate a 5-star on iTunes. Rate it everywhere. Just anywhere you can rate this, just rate it. If you can like this, like it. You know? And you know what? Subscribe and follow for more episodes of the Jeffrey 6 podcast. Thank you, Sonic Toast. I love you.